What's up, guys? Welcome back to our Canucks GM mode. So, in last episode, we had the first round of the playoffs against the Calgary Flames. Unfortunately, we lost the series in, I don't remember how much games it was because it was a while ago that I made that episode. Let's just go back a bit, show you guys. We lost in 5 games. As you can see, we lost the first 2. Luckily, getting away with a win, only to lose the next 2 to the Flames and lose in 5. So it wasn't a very good season in comparison to our last season, which we went to the conference finals. But in this episode, we are basically going to make one huge trade and another smaller one, and then we are going to go on to the draft. So also in last episode, I asked you guys, who do we trade? Thatcher Demko, Andrei Vasilevsky, or even Alexis Gravel. So I put up a straw poll. One guy voted actually that we trade Alexis Gravel. Nobody else voted in that one, but then I did a Twitter poll as well, and I had 2 votes to trade away Andrei Vasilevsky. So Andrei Vasilevsky is the guy that is going to be dealt, and the reason being is he is older too, so he might have a bit more trade value to him as well. So we're going to do this before we get into the draft. We're going to do the smaller deal first, though, just because the big deal is a pretty massive one. So starting off, we're going to be trading Cole Castles to the Chicago Blackhawks. Just an easy, small little deal to get us started here. As you can see, they want Cole Castles once they go to centers. They want Cole Castles, and we need to free up that center spot for Albaline. So Cole Castles, thank you for your time here. You are going to be going to Chicago in exchange for a 3rd round pick, just because we really just want to get rid of you, to be honest. But no offense to that. As you can see, they want to give up their 3rd and they want to take Castles. So we're going to do that deal. Wait a sec. Oh, what the heck? What the heck? Okay, I'll have to take back a skier and organization. Before it worked, I don't know what happened, because I literally just did this trade off before, so I didn't save in anything. So I guess we'll take back somebody with low trade value that's on the roster. So I guess this dude, he's just gonna get released to free agency. I don't know if they'll accept it now though. Am I gonna have to add a 7th or something? I could add a 7th. It's easy as that. We don't need our 7th round pick. So that should go through. Yes, it does. So there's the trade. So Cole Castles, thank you for your time here. Enjoy a chance to maybe win a Stanley Cup in Chicago. So that is the first trade. And then the next trade, this one's a pretty blockbuster trade. So I'll first get what we are giving up. So as I said, we are giving up Andrei Vasilevsky. As you can see, he's got a decent amount of trade value. Not as much as Alexis Gravel. And he's just not been, he has been better than Demko, but we have to give him up because might as well give him up while he can. He only has 2 years left, while Demko's on a long-term deal and Gravel will eventually be on one. So Vasilevsky is the main piece of this deal. We're also going to be retaining half of his salary, though, just because Colorado has they're low on salary cap, so we're going to retain $2.5 million for the next 2 years, which is kind of a lot, but it's not that bad considering he's not close to retirement. It's fine. The next player we also have to give up, because we want to give up a defenseman to get this defenseman. We have to give up Guillaume Brisebois, and Guillaume Brisebois is a pretty cheap defenseman, $1.65 million per season. They want him as well, so we'll give him up. And then this is the part where you guys might be like, I might be giving up too much. We're giving up 2 of our 1st round picks. So we're giving our pick up from this year, which kind of sucks because I want a decent prospect, but we have a lot of prospects already, so it's not that big of a deal. And then we also have a 1st from next year that we are going to be giving up just because I think we should be a good team next season. So those are what we're giving up. And then in exchange, the main piece of this deal is a pretty good defenseman, and we needed an offensive defenseman for many, many years. And Colorado's willing to give him up. Ruslan Nazarov, I remember when this guy got drafted, 2020, he went 2nd overall. And as you can see, he's an offensive defenseman, 75 overall currently. He should jump up to the NHL 80 something probably this season. If not, then he could play in the AHL, but he is definitely going to be a good offensive player, as you can see with his shooting, his skating, his puck skills, pretty much everything. He's even a pretty good defender, which is pretty nice. So we're going to bring in Nazarov, who's the big piece of this deal. And as you can see, it still says there will be over the salary cap, so we're actually going to retain half of the salary also on Breezeball, even though he's not making that much. And then we are going to be taking back, what is it? Let's see. We're going to also be taking back some more salary. These ones are not going to be actual players that play for us, because they only have 1 year left on their deals, which means they're going to be just dropped down to free agency right away. So we're going to take away Tyler Myers just because he's a lot of salary and he has only 1 year left. I may sign him instead of having Roman Josi back here for another year, or I might just release him. So Tyler Myers, and then another player who's making a lot of money that they don't want, and he's got 1 year left, is Josh Manson. As you can see, he's kind of mad there. He's making just over $2 million for 1 year, so we'll throw those guys in as well to the deal, and then that should go through, I think. Yeah, this one should go through. So yeah, it's a lot to give up. Vasilevsky and Breezeball, so 2 of our roster players and 2 first-round picks. And then we get Nazarov, who was a 2nd overall pick, so technically like a first-round pick. And then we also get Tyler Myers and Josh Manson, who are just going to get released. But like, that's the only way to get this deal to go through, is just to retain salary on these 2 guys, and then also to take back like $8 million in cap back. So that should go through, and yes, it does. So on behalf of the Colorado Avalanche organization, I accept your trade offer. We'll see you out on the ice. So pretty big trade, but that's what's going to happen. So now we should have enough roster space for Alexis Gravel and stuff like that to come in. Let's start up the draft. I don't really give a shit really what we're looking for, so I might just do the 2nd round pick that we have, and then after that I might just auto submit. I'm probably just going to, just so this is a bit quicker of an episode. Next episode, which would be free agency, guys, I'm gonna just do it all on my own, because I have to do a few pre-recorded episodes, because I'm going to be in Montreal for Formula 1 in a couple of days, so I have to pre-record some stuff. So might as well go with this offensive defenseman. Let's see, Vince Mikulski, bring in an offensive defenseman, and then yeah, let's just auto sim the rest, because he's a top 6. Okay, we got a lot of top 6 offensive prospects, but I don't know how they're gonna turn out to be. Yeah, let's just auto sim the rest, I guess, because these picks don't matter as much unless there's somebody decent. Let's just check, I guess. Doesn't look like anybody too good, so yeah, let's just auto sim, and then we'll do to resign stage. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to go sim the rest of the draft. Okay, so the computer, what did the computer draft us? Dimitra Andrus Gagnon. Oh, that's cool that Dimitra went to the Canucks, because Pavel Dimitra played for the Canucks for a bit. Chubasov and Filppula. So that is our draft for this year. I know it's a little quick one, but I'm trying to get this offseason done fast as possible, so we can kind of get to the season. So I think in free agency, actually, we don't need to sign anybody. So I might just, yeah, I think I'm not going to do anything in free agency this year, which is kind of a big thing to do, but I think I'm fine with what our squad looks like. So let's just take a look at our prospects that we drafted this year. So sort by overall. So Chubasov is a bottom 6. He was drafted in the 5th round. Okay. Nobody that's signable right now, at least. Andrus, top 9 forward, 17 years of age, playmaker. Not bad. We don't have a lot of playmakers, so that's cool. Filppula, 2-way forward, nice, but an AHL kind of guy. Dimitri's a high AHL top 2 defenseman, and he's offensive, so this guy might be a 7th defenseman for us eventually. Gagnon, low top 6. Mikulski, their 1st round pick, he's at 59. Doesn't have the greatest stats all around, but hopefully he grows. And is there any goalie prospects? No, there's not. Okay, so I'm going to do the re-sign stage, and then I'll see you guys back up here in a second, and we'll see if we could get some of the season started. And in the next episode, we'll just continue with the season. So, see you guys in a sec. Okay, guys, so Reed Boucher rejected the contract renewal as a depth player, but it's fine because we have Rudolph Balcers, who's going to play as our depth player in the NHL probably this season. So, we're going to release Reed Boucher. And then Zach Sanford also is going to be released, and the reason being is he's not happy with his ice time being on the fourth line. He probably doesn't even want to re-sign with us too to begin with. So, despite being part of that trade with Granlund, we're gonna have to convert. And then we still have like a lot of money in cap space. So we have Roman Josi to sign. I don't know if we want to get Roman Josi back, and then Jake Virtanen I think we'll get back for. Yeah, 3 years is fine at $5 million. Or let's get less than $5 million if we can. 4.9. And then what does Roman Josi want? Roman Josi wants. That's not bad, but I'm not giving you 4 years. I'll give you a 1-year deal again at $7 million. See if he likes that. If not, then maybe we'll just release him as well. I did release all those players that we traded for pretty much, except for obviously Nazarov. Doesn't have a contract renewal yet, but I did release Manson and Myers. They're just kind of extras just to make the advance day. So did we get them back? Yep. So Yossi's back for another year. So our defensive core should be set in stone. And then Virtanen is back. So now let's go to contracts and show you guys what our roster should be looking like going into next season. And then we'll simulate to free agency maybe to see if there's anything that we could go after. And then we will sim to we'll do maybe a month of simulation. So this might be a bit of a longer episode than normal. So anyways, center wise, we have sorted by overall wise. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So Bitten would be our fourth line center, which is not bad. And then that's good for centers. Wait, is there anybody in the system though? Oh, yeah, no, that's still the same. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. That's pretty decent enough. Left wingers, we have 1, 2, 3, but we should have McEachran jumping, I think, into the NHL since he's a 78. He should get up to like an 80 or something for the season. If not, maybe we just pick up another player in free agency, just in case. Right wingers, we have an 85, 85, 83, 83, and if we want to use Rodin as a depth guy, we can. So that's pretty good. Defensively, we got a 91, and then we also got 87, 86, 86, 82, 80. But if we're lucky, Nazarov might be NHL bound this season. I don't know for sure. He's a 74. He might have dropped a bit, but Nazarov, he's got 1 year left now at 750, so he's going to want a bigger contract next season. So hopefully we can give it to him. And in goaltending-wise, we have Demko and Gravel. And in the minors, we have Haljenko. So that is that. Let's sim to free agency and see what is available. Hopefully there's something that we could actually maybe pick up a bit of like depth kind of guys wise. Because I don't know if Nazarov is going to be 100% ready to play in the NHL this season or not. So we should be at free agency. I wonder who's going to be available. Okay, sign free agents. Let's see what's available. So, no. These guys are too much. The Kaiser wants even a lot. What the hell? Alexiak, no. Yeah, I don't think I want any of these guys, to be honest. Because we already have like a lot of roster spots. And like, Goudreau would be nice, but I'm not going to bring him in. I don't really... Well, I have the cap space, but I need the cap actually for next year. So I guess the only thing we will sign for sure is a backup goalie for Haljenko down in the minors. So let's see. Is there anybody who wants less than $1 million? 875 for Gustafsson. There he is. Yeah, that should be fine. Oh, he's got a potential though. I don't want to sign one with potential, and that's an RFA. UFA, there you go. Kubik, welcome aboard. You could play down there for 1 year. in the minors. And then that's all we're going to do, I think, because, like I said, I think we should be fine for next season. So, yeah, let's sim to next season, and I'll see you guys in a sec. Okay, guys, we are back. So, we have a bit of a roster problem. As you can see, Kevin Fiala, Jake Virtanen, and Evander Kane, all of them are listed as second-line forwards. And one of them is on the third line, so I'm going to try and give them maybe some more power play time, and that way they don't get mad. Or we could just let Evander King get mad because he's not going to be here after the season probably. So that's that. Other than that wise, we should be pretty good to go for the season. As you can see, our forward core looks decent. We got Nolan Patrick with Bo Horvat and Kevin Fiala. Then we got Jake Virtanen with Albeline and Tippett. Jake Virtanen's on his off wing, which is kind of weird, but whatever. And then we also have Verena, Bitten, and Kane. Bitten's grown nicely. He's now an 84. He's got a really good slap shot power and wrist shot power, but not very good accuracy on the wrist shot. But that's Samuel Bitten. Then we've also got Balsers, who's going to play again on our fourth line with Chris Wyman and Rodin. Defensively, we got Yolevi and Yossi, who's an 89, so he jumped up even this season, even though he's old. And then maybe that's just for the preseason. Then we also got Stetcher and Theodore, Olsen, and Liljegren. Goaltending-wise, we got Demko and Alexis Gravel. And then down in the minors, we have McEachern playing down there. Hopefully he grows for next season. Eric Day is another one of our kind of prospect kind of guys. We also got Elvin still down there, Noah Schneider, Orlando Richards. Defensively, we got Aucoin, and Nazarov is playing down there. I don't think he's played yet. Oh yeah, he has played one AHL season. He put up 21 goals. So this guy might be a pure goal scoring defenseman. So hopefully he grows to like an 80 something for next season. And then when we give him his big boy contract, he could jump into the NHL as like an 80 something. So that's Nazarov, and then goaltending, as you can see, Heljenko and Kubik. So that is that. Let's get started with 1 month of the simulation. I know this episode's probably getting closer to around 25 minutes, but we'll just do 1 month, just see how to see this team works out. And if people are losing morale because of ice time and whatnot, you guys could let me know what you want me to do with that sort of stuff in the comments below. Let's sim the preseason, start us off, and then we'll get onto the actual season. Like, well, 1 month of it, or 10 games or so. So, scouting time, we'll just leave that actually for now, unless it pops back up again. So, first preseason game is a 5-1 win. Then we win 2-0 over the Ducks. Not a bad start. Game against the Flames, and we win 7-4. So, our offense is definitely coming through in the preseason. I guess I'll have to send out the scout. Let's just go to OHL. Yeah, OHL for 6 weeks. San Jose next, and it's a shootout loss. Arizona, it's a regulation loss. And that's good. And Edmonton wins. So, wow, okay, I didn't realize their first game of this season is against the Colorado Avalanche. So, this trade is going to be kind of a doozy, as our first game of the season is against the team we made that big trade with. So, hopefully Vasilevsky doesn't come back to bite us in the ass. Let's just slow sim this first game, and then we'll get a couple more games done, and then that'll be it. So, first game of the regular season, scoreless after 1 second period, and they have a 2-0 lead, damn it. Smugrov and Duchesne, third period, and we got one, but we still lose. Is Andrei Vasilevsky played good against us, 34 saves for him. Jake Virtanen with our only goal. So yeah, okay. Now let's get a bit more simulate done, and we'll check the player stats quickly. So let's go to the first. It's a game against the Rangers. We're on home ice, or away for the first 5 games of the season. So, and there's a 2-1 win, nice. 3-2 loss, okay. 3-2 win, so we're win 1, lose 1 right now. And player morale, who is it? Evander Kane, ice time? Yeah, he needs more ice time. So yeah, like, guys, who should I trade Evander Kane to? Like, maybe we trade him for a third liner. I need to find a way to get him more ice time somehow. But he doesn't need ice time in comparison to the other guys. So there's a 5-2 win over the Islanders. So we're 3-2 now. Couple more games left. 4 more games. There's another win. Nice. 3 in a row now. Make that 4 in a row. Nice. 5-3. And there's a loss to Minnesota. Game against the Caps, who are 5-1-1. And we got our first injury, Nolan Patrick. That's not good for like a month. I'll just go replace player for now since this is the last game. And there's a shootout win. So we're 6-3 in our first 9, which is not too bad. And Nolan Patrick's already back apparently. So that is good news. It was good that he came back that fast because Zhukanov should not be playing way up there. And we're using Patrick as a winger this year just because of his face-off category. So there you go. And that's it. So 6-3, like I said, in our first 9. Our HL 6-2. Let's just quickly check the player stats, and then that's it for this episode. So, wow, Mikhail Albolin off to a hot start into his rookie career. He's got 11 assists in 9 games. As an 85 overall, he's got 11 points in 9 games. Jesus. But no goals, just putting up assists, and he's got no penalty minutes either. So I'm liking how he's playing. At least would be nice to see him score more goals, but maybe he's just a pure playmaker, kind of like a Maxime Comtois. Then you got Jake Virtanen, Roman Josi, Horvat, okay, so on like that. Bitten's got 3 points, not too bad, and so on like that. Theodore's got no points. And goaltending wise, Alexis Gravel and Thatcher Demko. Gravel's 2-2 and Demko's 4-2. So Gravel's still learning, but he's got the better goals against average and better save percentage, but he's got the worst record. So that's that. Let's just quickly take a look at the HL club, even though they don't have really any. Or we could check out Nazarov's doing it. Nazarov's got 6 goals in 8 games, so he's like the complete opposite of Albolin, just scoring a lot of goals and not assisting on any. So yeah, that's pretty nice. So anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for this episode for Canucks GM mode. So next episode is just gonna be simulating up to the trade deadline probably, and maybe if we don't have to make any moves, maybe I'll simulate the entire season. I don't know. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.